Hello there, conscious mourners. Today I'm going to answer a question that I got. And someone asked me, what do you mean by living authentically? So I thought I would just do it right now and answer the question. So, when what it means to live authentically is to live in a space where you're coming from heart and you are being 100% in connection with your core values. When you live authentically, you hold yourself to boundaries that you do not allow people to cross. And when you live authentically, you live in joy, you live in peace, you live in happiness, you live in the higher good feeling emotions. And the reason that you live in these higher good feeling emotions is because you're not hiding the truth from yourself. You're not hiding the truth from your heart. You are living authentically. And it's not that hard. We live in a world that tells us if somebody steps on you in a mean way, ignore them and walk off. But what happens when you ignore them and you walk off? Most of the time, you ignore them and you walk off and you're mad because they stepped on you purposely and your heart told you that was not okay. So let's rewind back to the incident. And this is how living authentically goes. Somebody steps on you purposely for one reason or another. And what you say is, "Excuse me, was there a reason why you stepped on me? That really hurt my foot." You might have even said, "Ouch! Was there a reason you stepped on me? That really hurt my foot." Living authentically is saying what is in your heart then and there. And sometimes the words may not come out as nice. Sometimes the words may come out a little stronger. So what? You said what you had to say, you walk off, and you forget about it because it's done. When you live inauthentically, you do not confront the person who stepped on your foot in a kind way or in a mean way. You walk off and you hold on to it for a few days, thinking, "Oh, I should have said something. Oh, I should have stood up for myself. Oh, why didn't I follow my heart? Why didn't I stand up for myself?" Because there are boundaries. And so often we have been taught, conditioned, programmed to let things slide. And that's a small thing. So I'm just, that's small. But let's say it's something bigger and it weighs on you for years and years, and you're living inauthentically for so long that your body begins to feel it and take it into every single cell of your body. And then you're mad all the time. It changes your personality. It changes your mood. You're always mad, always angry because of something that happened 5 years ago in which you did not stand up for yourself. And that's truly what it comes down to. The other person, it doesn't matter. How the other person responds to your response does not matter. What matters is, did you stand up to your heart? Did you stand up to that emotion, that feeling that you had then and there? And some people say, I remember something that I carry and don't carry anymore, but I carried it for years, was when I went to my grandmother's funeral, and I hadn't seen my grandpa in years, and I went to go hug him. And we started crying because I hadn't seen him in years. He'd lost his wife, and I lost my grandma, who was so near and dear to my heart. And someone comes up to me and tells me, she grabs me, moves me away from him, and tells me, control yourself, control yourself. And then I thought nothing of it. But then for some reason, years down the line, when I was working on all this work, it popped up. And I had to relive that experience and reframe it. And I had to go back and tell this person, I have not seen my grandpa. My grandma just died. This is not the time for you to be telling me to control myself. I had not even thought of telling her that then because she was older than me. And later on, when she passed away, I realized so much, so many other things. And I realized that me holding on to something so unchangeable was there for it to come up for healing. Because I was so wounded during that time that my grandma died. I was so wounded and I was so in shock because I loved her so much. She was my mother figure growing up. My grandmother on my dad's side was my mother figure. She did for me what my mother never did for me. She loved me. She held me. She changed me. She did things for me that when she died, my heart broke. My heart broke. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about living authentically. I just mean to live in a place where what you have to say it then and there. Don't hold on to it. Don't carry it for years. Because I can guarantee you, most of the time, the person you're upset with doesn't even care, doesn't even know, isn't even aware. So you're hurting yourself and not them. And so often, we do this to ourselves and we're not aware that we're doing these things to ourselves. So live authentically for yourself. Give up all this notion that you have to protect your family's secrets, because those secrets will take you to the grave. And I know people say don't ditch out all your secret on Facebook. I don't mean it like that. I'm not saying it from an ugly point. I'm saying it from the point of you healing yourself, telling your story authentically for your sake, for your healing. How others respond is their choice. What they did to you may not matter to them, but it more than likely does matter to you. And when you begin to live authentically and you start to release it, you don't even care. You just care that you want to inspire someone else to tell their truth. And then it kind of goes like on this little domino effect. Enjoying kindness. Have a great day and live an authentic life.